Welcome to Clueless Luthier. I'm Mark, and today we're going to start preparing the top and the back to build the body, put that together. So let me change camera angle and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I've kind of got already prepped here to start. What I did is I've marked out where that ring lines up, the ring on the top, above this. Because I have to know where these posts are going to be. And the reason is I have to bring these down so that they can tie into the body. And where the tie in the body is very thin. Something I hadn't thought of before this is how close I am to that edge. And so that's going to be tricky. I don't know. I kind of put myself in a little bit of a pickle there, but I'm sure I can figure something out. But since I haven't done this while, I'm going to start out on something a little easier. So I'm going to start taking this down. Oh, I thought I had the sugar. So I've done one side and kind of see this was a challenge getting that on that steep of a pitch. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to taper this a little bit, take off some extra wood. I can't do it so much on these because of the post, but start out a little thumb plane. I think I have this pretty much all set. These were deep cuts. But it's all right. It would be cool. I put this on just to kind of see how everything lined up. Get this set. Okay. And right now it's looking pretty close. It's not going to sit flush because I have to notch out the sides where that tongue comes out. So I'm going to mark them for now because I do have this marked top and back, and then I'm going to start working on the top part. Now I'm going to start with taking the edges off here. These are a little bigger than I needed, but I kind of wanted the support. But I'm going to take off some of the extra wood before I take these down. I should explain, this tape is on here actually for a little protection in case I slip. I was using a piece of aluminum or steel, actually card scraper, for places where I could fit it before, but anyway. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking some of the peak off here. All right, I have some more sanding to do. I want to get some of these imperfections out of there, but first, so I lay this on, I line everything up. And what I did is made sure I didn't have spots too high, and I did a couple, and which is why I have to smooth this out yet. But other than that, sanding, make the pencil marks go away. I'm pretty much done with the top. I'm going to clean this up a little bit too off camera. Make that nice and smooth as well. So I'll be right back. Now what I've done, I put the top on here, and my GoPro has a nasty habit of turning off automatically sometimes. What I was doing in that video, I was lining up the points where the braces come through the sides so that I could notch them out. I did a very shallow cut with a Japanese saw, pole saw. And then I used a small chisel to take that wood out deep enough that each of the braces could sit in there. All right, so I'm ready to glue the top on this. I checked all this out. It looks great. I did a dry run to make sure the height of the Go deck is okay. So now there's nothing left to do but do it. Make sure I got the right, yeah, that's right. All right, this is, quit bumping the camera. All right, this is all glued up. I'm gonna let this dry and turn my attention to the back. Okay, so this turned out good. I checked all along here, no gaps. Very happy with the way that fit. So the next thing I have to figure out is the baffle, and pun intended, I'm been a little baffled about how I'm going to do this. So I bought some of this Lexan. That is what was used in the example I saw, so I decided, hey, don't reinvent the wheel. I'm going to cut a strip of this and put it in here. The biggest question I have is, I cut these pieces of wood for here to screw it in. Boy, that's not much wood. And I don't want to go through it. The problem is, because I have very tight quarters here, I can only come out so far and make it work. So I'm going to take this a little bit of a step at a time. So right now, before I glue anything in, I'm going to cut this piece of plastic and just kind of see how it sits. Okay, what I decided on, I used the same plywood I used for the ring. It's 1/2 inch, and I have these. I don't need the washer. That was an experiment. Sorry, got a washer. 1/2 inch screws. So, well, hey. So I'm thinking that should hold it really well. With the extra thickness of the plastic, it's not going to damage the sides at all. And what I might have to do is do something different on the post. I might not even need the post because, I mean, it's right next to it. I don't think it's going to do anything. But I might still use it basically, and we'll see when I get to that point. This is going to come in like this. Whoop. About like that. So it gets to the sound hole. And I might use it to sort of help pin it, the plastic in place. But we'll decide that when I get to it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these in place. All right, that was a really easy glue up. I didn't bother filming it. But, so now I'm just going to let these dry up, and I guess I'm going to go have some lunch. All right, I have these all glued in. I marked the center hole and pre-drilled for each one of these. Now, all I have to do, says the manual, line this up. Okay, Whoops. There we go. Okay. Next thing to do is prepare it, cut out the slots for where the braces are going through, and prepare to glue it up. Okay, this is really the same procedure as the other one, but I marked out where each of the braces go through the side of the body, curving. So once again, line it up, do a very short, quick cut, and then I'll come back through with a chisel to remove the wood. Okay, I've gone over everything, cleaned some stuff out. It's time to glue it up. So let's do that. All right, this is all glued up. I'm gonna leave it for the night, and we'll see how it is tomorrow. All right, the body's all enclosed. Got the back on. The next thing to do, probably the last thing for this video, is to put the sound post in. And I think I'm only going to use 4 because this ring is so close to the side, the post won't do anything. There's just no room. So we'll see if I change my mind, but I'm going to start out putting these 4 posts, well, first making the post. So I'm going to do that right now. Here I'm cutting the base from the 3/4 inch dowel. It's the part that attaches to the top ring. On my first attempt, they wanted to crack when I countersink them. So I'm flooding them with thin CA glue to make it harder for that process. Next, I drill a small pilot hole to establish the center. Next, I use a 3/8 inch Forstner bit and make sure that it only goes through about half of the thickness of the wood. So now what I'm doing is I'm getting these to length. I haven't glued them in yet, and I'm a little unsure if I am. I probably will. Since it's sunk in, so they're all cut a little bit long. I got this one sand to fit, and basically all I'm doing is taking a little bit off at a time, and going around and seeing if I can find if there's any discrepancy. This one almost. Real close. I don't want to go too far. But as long as I always do the one that's the tallest, if I screw up, I might be able to fit it over one of the others. So yeah, that's pretty good. Now I just have 2 more to go. All right, put just a little dab of glue in the hole here. I think I got it in the camera. Okay, that's a little bit more than I planned, but it's all right. That's what squeeze out's about. Make sure it's straight, kind of, sorta. All right, now maybe. Straight up and down. Looks pretty good. All right, rinse and repeat. All right, well, we have a body here. A little bit of glue. I want to make sure it's all good. And that is where I'm going to stop for now. The next thing to do on this is to cut off the extra around here. I have to bend the binding. I'm putting a flame maple binding on it, which I've never done before. It should be interesting. And then I guess after that, then on to the neck. So thanks for stopping by, and hope to see you in the next one.